What's up, Northwood?
Hey guys,
Man,
I'm John. Glad you're here. I'm hyped right now. I don't know if you could tell. I'm so hyped.
Can you hear in his voice? It's so
hyped. Dude, it's hot outside.
It is.
Like, I had to wear flip-flops. My feet were super sweaty. I see lots of bro tanks in the crowd. Really just one. Just one bro.
Just one.
And I didn't expect that guy to be the bro, but that's cool.
No, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Hey, glad you're here. It's Wednesday. There's all kinds of cool stuff happening in the world that we're not going to talk about because this isn't that kind of thing.
No.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. We got some high schoolers in the house. I won't ask them to make noise because they won't do it anyway.
No.
But we, as always, want to give something away to those of you who are watching. And so, like we said before, money's just not quite there. We kind of...
Yeah. You can't really do the same thing that we've been doing for one person.
I know, doing it for two. So we're going to offer a dozen donuts.
2 people.
For 2 people to share. So you'll get 6 donuts. So somebody who's here in the sanctuary live with us and one of you watching online will win 6 of your favorite donuts, or we'll just pick random donuts.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
I think so. You'll get all jelly filled or something like that because everybody loves jelly filled.
Or all maple or something.
Yeah. Anyways, donuts coming your way. So make sure you say what's up. And parents, sorry. I know you try so hard with all of your comments, and we love your comments. Keep doing it. Stay active. But we're not giving you donuts. That's just the way it's going to be. Yeah.
This is for kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to get to some games. We had a little fun outside. It was actually kind of like pulling teeth getting people to do it. Cause
it's kind of sad. I mean, these high schoolers are on their phones.
That's all right. That's all right. But there's a little challenge going around where like you put like a bottle of some kind of drink.
Mm-hmm.
In church we use water or soda, and you drop it on a basketball and it bounces way up in the air, and then you have to catch it and it spills all over you, and then you have to drink it. And so we had a few of our people try that out, and some of them did okay, and some of them not so much. So check it out.
Okay, ready? I have no idea if this is gonna work.
You gotta run after.
That was good. High schoolers get smaller and smaller.
They are.
Every year, which is weird.
Keep on shrinking.
I know.
Pretty soon they're going to be a foot tall.
Give it up for Jackson. I think he was the only one who actually caught it.
Yeah.
Only one who caught it. So give it up for Jackson. Jackson, I think we've got like a prize for you, like a big bottle of like real Coca-Cola in a glass bottle.
Yeah.
Is that something that you'd be interested in? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yeah.
You want to give it to Lucas instead? Okay, then we'll give it to you.
Awesome.
All right. Hey, we are going to jump into another game. And I'm going to need a couple of people to play. It's called TikTok Tussle. So I need 2 people who watch TikTok the most. And those of you watching at home, you can play along with us. Here's how it's going to work. Our 2 people who are going to be Lucas and Brooklyn. They're going to come on up and they're going to play and they're going to battle against each other. And the loser of each round, this doesn't apply to you watching at home, the loser of each round is going to get a little penalty item. We've got some gross stuff here. Like raisins. I don't know anybody who likes raisins. Some old sausage gravy we found in the church fridge. I don't know how long it's been there, but I think this stuff lasts forever. Butter, just straight butter, shot of lemon juice, and whatever is underneath the foil. Whatever's under the foil. Not sure what that is, but it should be good. All right, so I'm gonna awkwardly stand here while Lucas and Brooklyn make their way up to either side of the TV. And here's how this is gonna work. A couple of videos are gonna play, and all they have to do is guess which one has more views by showing a 1 or a 2. Let's wait for them to come up. That actually happened faster than I thought. Good job, guys. Give it up for them. Yes. All right, so you can play too. You just write in the chat whichever one you think has the most views. Let's check it out. All right, so which one got more views? Is it 1? Is it 2? Hold up your answers, and in the chat, you can just put a 1 or put a 2. All right, we've got answers. Okay, I need your answers. I need your answer. 1. They both say 1. Let's see what the answer is. It's 1. Wow, they both got it right. They know their TikTok videos. I guess they don't have to eat any of this. Let's go to the next one.
How you doing?
It's still one of my favorites.
Wipe it down. Wipe it down.
All right, guys, is it 1? Is it 2? Is it the mail carrier? Is it Will Smith? I don't know. Let's see. He's going 2. 2. They're both going 2. I think they just know each other so well. They're just going to go with, they both want to go out. I didn't mean it like that. That was a Freudian slip. They both want to go out together, I meant, if they get the answer wrong. That's what I meant. It is 2. It is 2. Who knew? Man, this isn't working out the way I hoped. Let's see what happens next.
You know I like my chicken fried. Sweet tea and some waffle fries. Chick-fil-A sauce on the side. And a little ketchup.
All right. That was good. I don't know how that guy did that, but that's like Dad of the Year. All right, guys. Is it 1? Is it 2? I need your answers. Wave them big so everybody can see. They're both going with 1. I hope they both get it wrong because I want them to eat something nasty. Let's see the answer. Oh, yes! It was 2. It was 2. All right. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should Lucas get the butter or the gravy? Gravy. We're going gravy. Going gravy for Lucas, and we're going butter for Brooklyn. All right. Go ahead and enjoy. Everybody, we want to see you enjoy that. You got to unwrap your butter. You can eat it with the paper, too, if you want, or you can go ahead and unwrap it. But we all want to watch your punishment. That's kind of how the game works. All right, and here we go. Like I said, sorry, I don't know how old that gravy is. It's also cold. Well, I'll take that cup back from you. Yeah, no, I won't make you. All right. Did we eat that butter yet?
It's hard to get out of the thing.
Yum? Not good. All right, well, we're just going to move right along to the next question.
Look at my happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that, the happy dog. Oh, just a happy.
All of the things I do.
I like it, but not a lot. I don't like it.
Oh, that's the best ever. I haven't seen that one. That one is good. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it the dog? Is it Santa? All right, they're both going 2. They're both saying it's Santa. I'm not sure. Let's see. It was 1. That means they both got it wrong again. How perfect is that? All right. Which one of you really likes raisins?
I hate raisins.
Sweet. There you go.
Darn.
Oh, you did. Oh, you lied, didn't you?
No, I actually don't like raisins, but you're so kind.
Okay.
Yes, you just spelled raisins.
All right, here you go. So we've got raisins with Lucas and a shot of lemon juice for Brooklyn. Let's watch the punishment. They're so cool. What can I say? They're just too cool. All right, I think we've got time for one more video. Let's see. You guys need to say different answers.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets, the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5.
Well, everybody loves a cat video. Those are two great cat videos, but which one has more views? Is it one? Is it two? Oh, for the first time, we've got different answers, ladies and gentlemen. Lucas says it's video 1. Brooklyn says it's video 2. Let's see the right answer. It is video 1. That means Lucas is our winner, Brooklyn is our final loser, and we get to unveil what's under the foil. I'll just bring it up close. Oh, it's kind of greasy and slimy. Oh, look at that. That's some kippered herring right there. Ugh. I hope you like fish. Everybody, give it up for Brooklyn. Give it up for Lucas. Give it up for TikTok videos. That was a great time.
Brooklyn, you're gonna.
Just get it. Don't try to taste it.
Don't even chew it.
Come on, Brooklyn. Everybody in here and everybody online is waiting for you to eat the fish. We're not ending early tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Hopefully she's not allergic.
That was amazing. I did it.
All right, give it up for Brooklyn one more time. Thanks for playing TikTok Tussle. Whew, okay. Well, hey, this is, we are entering in the first week of a new series called The You Effect. And I'm looking forward to this. We're actually going to have a guest speaker next week, Naomi Passarelli, who's on staff here at Northwood. She's the director of our preschool. I'm super excited. One, for you guys to finally get to hear from somebody, to get to hear from the perspective of a woman from up front, because that is absolutely needed. And also just to hear from Naomi, because she's awesome. So tonight we begin. And we begin to unlock this idea that each one of us can have an effect on all of the people around us. I'm learning that. My kids mirror back to me all the things about myself that I like and don't like, just like you do for your parents. And so in some way, we all affect other people. So let's listen to our friend Ben, and let's dive in to the You Effect.
When you think about it, the English language can be quite strange. Why is phone spelled with a PH? I literally just don't get it. Why not start it with an F, okay? Why do we have 3 different spellings and meanings to the word to? Like, was that created just to confuse us when we're sending text messages? Why is it so hard to spell spaghetti? I need somebody to tell me right now. I spell this word so badly, even my phone has no autocorrect ideas for me. It's basically shaming me, like, you know what? You're out on your own, Ben. And maybe the most annoying thing about the English language is that the word affect is spelled 2 different ways. On one hand, it starts with an A, and on the other hand, it starts with an E. You may not have known that, you may not care, but just stick with me here while I try to clear up the confusion. Affect, starting with an A, is usually a verb, and it means to change something. For example, their compliment really affected my day. Like, I was in such a better mood after they said that. Now, affect with an E, on the other hand, is usually a noun, and it's the result of change. Like when you hear about the side effects of medications, it's referring to the result of change that medication could cause in your body. Now, right now, you're probably wondering why in the world we are taking grammar at church. Well, the point is that both of these words are similar and can be easy to get confused, but both of them are key to what we're talking about in this series, because we're talking about the ways that we influence, impact, and change each other. And we're gonna start today by talking about you. How do you affect or change something for the people around you? In other words, what's the result of that change? What's the you effect? Some of you may acknowledge that you affect and impact the people around you. Maybe you hold some type of leadership position, either at church or at school, or you have friends and you understand that, hey, your opinion affects others. Whether it's about something serious like who your friends should date, or something random like what Avenger you think is the best, Iron Man of course, but you just know that your words have an effect on others. On the other hand, some of you may say, I don't affect, impact, or influence anyone. The me effect is currently at 0. Like, the only person I have influence over is my family's dog, and my family's dog is not a person, okay? And even he ignores me sometimes. If that's you, it's normal. I've been there. And I think there are a few reasons why it's easy to feel this way. Sometimes you may doubt that you have influence because you think you have to be a better leader to have it. And if you don't see yourself as a leader, it's easy to believe that you have no influence. Or maybe you question your impact because you feel pretty clueless about life. And if you feel lost, how in the world could you possibly impact somebody else? Or maybe you doubt your ability to affect others because, man, you're kind of afraid of putting yourself out there. You're like, I'd rather just fade into the background because the idea of influencing others is pretty terrifying to me. Or maybe the idea of influencing and affecting others is something you've never even thought about, one way or the other. You're like, this is the first time it crossed my mind. The fact of the matter is this: regardless of what you think about influence, you have it. You have influence because you have relationships. Whether it's your family or friends or classmates or people in this student ministry, we all have some influence over the people we come in contact with every single day. Now, whether or not you're a good or bad influence is another story, but influence is yours. You have it. And here's the truth. No matter how big or small your circle of influence seems, you have more of it than you think, okay? You got that? Now, we're gonna look at someone who used what they had to affect others, even though they didn't have very much. It's recorded in one of the Gospels, which are the 4 books in the New Testament in the second half of the Bible, that tell us all about Jesus' life. And what we'll read today was recorded by John, who was one of Jesus' closest followers and students. In fact, when Jesus was on the cross, one of the last things Jesus did was ask John to care for his mother after he died. So we can read these words knowing that they were written by an eyewitness who was trusted by Jesus. They were close friends. Now, so I'm gonna set the scene. When Jesus traveled around in his 3 years of ministry, crowds almost always followed. And it could have been because they had heard about Jesus, they wanted healing for something, or maybe they were just curious about this guy. But whatever the reasons, Jesus had a lot of influence and people were always around him. This particular day was no different. It starts like this. Sometime after this, Jesus crossed to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee, that is the Sea of Tiberias, and a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. Then Jesus went up on a mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover festival was near when Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him. He said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" He asked this only to test him, for he had already had in mind what he was going to do. So imagine the scene. A large crowd has gathered to see the great miracle worker, Jesus. And what does Jesus do? He asked one of his disciples, Philip, what he thought they should do. If I were Philip, I would have been like, aren't you the miracle guy? Like, isn't this more your arena than my arena? But instead, Philip responds this way. Philip answered him, it would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have a bite. In other words, you got to be kidding me. If we're going to feed everyone, there better be someone with a lot of cash around to make that happen, which, hey, that's a good point. I mean, can you imagine sending someone to McDonald's to order 5,000 Big Mac combos? It's crazy, right? Well, the story continues. Another one of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. But how far will they go among so many? So apparently, only one mom in the entire village packed a lunch for her son. And Andrew thought this was worth pointing out. I mean, it was something, right? Something is better than nothing. And that's when Jesus went to work. Jesus said, have the people sit down. There was plenty of grass in that place and they sat down. About 5,000 men were there. Jesus then took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. When they had all had enough to eat, he said to his disciples, gather the pieces that are left over, let nothing be wasted. So they gathered them and filled 12 baskets with the pieces of the 5 barley loaves left over by those who had eaten. After the people saw the sign Jesus performed, they began to say, surely this is the prophet who has come into the world. Now, there are all kinds of questions that come up when I read this story. Like, was it buffet style? Where did the baskets come from? How exactly did he turn 5 loaves and 2 fish into enough food to feed everyone? But here's maybe the most important question we could ask. Who had the biggest impact in this passage? I mean, it's easy to see that Jesus had influence, okay? Lots of it. I mean, by the end of this account, a large crowd was calling him a prophet because of the miracle he had just performed. So yes, Jesus has a huge effect. And then there's the disciples. They were impactful just by being associated with Jesus. So they certainly had an effect as well. But the real superstar of the story may not be who you think. I think it was the boy with the lunch. And at first it seems like the total opposite. How could a kid with some bread and fish be influential? But the truth is, it wasn't the amount of what he had that allowed him to make a difference. It was his willingness to use what he had that made him influential. And this would have been an even bigger deal in the context Jesus was living in, where children weren't valued at all. No one would have seen this boy as having influence, but that didn't stop him from stepping up. And it was his willingness to do that that ended up impacting thousands of people. Like, can you imagine how the conversation went with his mom when he got home that afternoon? Yeah, Mom, there were thousands of people there and they ate my lunch. Yeah, they picked me. I shared my lunchbox and everybody had more than enough. No one, not even his mom, could have imagined things going that way, but they did. And thousands of years later, we're still telling his story. I bet this kid and everyone else around this kid never, ever, ever thought influence like this would be a part of his story. It didn't matter that he didn't take the stage. It didn't matter that he wasn't well known. He wasn't in a position of leadership. He wasn't a speaker or a preacher. He wasn't the captain of the team. He wasn't the head of his class. Jesus wasn't looking for any of that. The only thing that mattered was that this boy brought all that he had and it was enough. Because ultimately, this was about the power of Jesus and what Jesus was capable of doing through someone who was willing to be used and to offer what they had. Now, when it comes to you and I, affecting the world around us, it's all about us being willing to show up and offer what we have. But before that's possible, you have to recognize this. You have more of an effect than you think. You have more of an effect than you think. Imagine if the little boy listening to Jesus teach believed that he didn't have any potential for influence. If he would have said, you know what, I'm not offering much, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself. There would be no story to tell. In the same way, when we feel like we have nothing to bring to the table, when we believe that we don't have the potential to affect anything, there are countless stories and opportunities we may be selling short as a result. The way we see influence needs to change. It's time we begin to realize that having an effect on others and having impact is really just being willing to do something. Do something with what you have, no matter how big or small what you have is. In other words, having an impact isn't about doing more, having more, or knowing more people. It's about offering what you already have to those around you. But how do we begin to understand the effect we have on others and what to do about it? Well, I think there are a few steps you and I can take. And first, it really starts by identifying the who. Who are the immediate people in front of you that you have the potential to affect? Who are the people closest to you? Maybe it's your siblings, friend or your friends, a teammate, or other people in your family. No matter who it is or how many people it is, it's keeping in mind that there are people around us that we are capable of affecting. And then identify the need. What is it that the people around you need? Is it encouragement? Is it time, quality time with them? Do they need someone to listen to them? Someone to help them with their homework? Identify what you have to offer. What needs are you equipped to meet? Identify what you can do and then do it. When we shift our mindset from not having enough influence or not having enough effect, whether that's because we don't know enough people or feel like we have enough to offer, and we begin seeing that everyone has an effect, everyone has influence when they use what they have for the people around them, that's when things begin to change. We'll start to see how much more all of us are capable of. We're gonna feel more empowered. We're gonna behave in different ways. We're gonna look for more ways to affect the people around us. Now, before we head out, I want you to think about a person in your life who has affected you in a positive way. What was it about them that allowed them to have an impact on you and your life? How did their influence impact your life for the good? In the same way that others have had an effect on you, you have the same ability to have an effect on others. No matter how small or big your circle of influence seems, you have more of an effect than you think. You have more influence than you know. So the question to ask yourself isn't, do I have the ability to affect others? Instead, the question should be, how will I use the influence that I already have? And ultimately, God is the one who has the power to change people. All you have to do is show up and offer what you have and let Him do the rest.
The you effect.
I like that a lot.
That's you probably should, and then they can actually hear you. But that's awesome. I liked what he was saying about how the little boy, even though it doesn't seem like he's that big of a picture, like he had the effect on everyone else because he had the food and he was willing to share it. Like we have that opportunity too, to be able to help other people in that way.
Absolutely. I've been wondering that, and I wonder if you guys have too. Those of you watching have wondered recently, just like, and obviously, I didn't intend to talk about this tonight, but racism is obviously like just right in front of our face.
Yeah.
It's always been there, but it's just so in our face. And I've experienced just wondering, like, what can I even do about it?
Yeah.
Like, what do I have to do about it? What kind of change can I affect in anybody? I think first starts with ourselves, but I think somebody helped me learn it, like you were saying, and this story is so true. Like, whatever you have to offer to whatever relationships you have with people is what you do. And that's how you use your influence. And
we may not have the same amount of influence as like a celebrity, but we can affect the people around us. And I think that's what the big idea for tonight was.
Absolutely.
We can
and
affect.
If more people start doing that, more of you guys start thinking that way, realizing you have an effect on the people around you, and more people really take ownership or are intentional even in that way, I think that has a greater impact than the people who are way up here in society. can have. So anyways, just encourage you to continue to think about that and to engage with that in your small groups and to engage with it on your own. As always, there's a student reading plan that we invite you to participate in through the YouVersion app or thebible.com. It's 3 weeks long, so make sure that you do that. There's opportunities for you to have more discussions related to the effect and the influence that you have within small groups. So make sure that you're having those conversations. And they don't have to be formal conversations. I think whenever you think of stuff, it's okay to talk about things. I think sometimes we think that, like, I can't talk about churchy Jesus-y stuff unless I'm doing churchy Jesus stuff with churchy Jesus people. That's not the truth. The truth is
we're up for you texting us and just asking, hey, what's this question?
And don't be afraid to talk to your friends. Have real conversations. Besides which TikTok video has more views, right? Anything else you want to say?
Other than about that, no, I think we pretty much covered it.
I think so.
And then Naomi will be able to hit up some more next week.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
We got mixed tomorrow, man.
I know.
I'm stoked.
I got to gear up, dude. I got to down some energy drinks,
some Red Bull,
and get lots of sleep. Because
it's tomorrow.
It takes
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. So if you're in middle school and you're coming, make sure you're here at 6:30 to check in. Some of you that are in high school, you are already signed up. Some of you, I'm looking at you, you are not signed up and you have not paid yet. But that's coming up the end of the month, July 30th. So make sure that you do that. And as always,
follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. We're doing a thing. Liz is doing a thing, just highlighting different holidays, quirky holidays, and it'd be fun for you to participate and post some pictures and.
I wish today was Chocolate Day, not yesterday.
Yesterday was Chocolate Day.
Yeah, and I wish today was Chocolate Day, but it's not.
I don't know what today is. It's Wednesday.
Nothing.
The 8th. Okay.
It's Wednesday.
That's all good. As always. The worship night is coming up July 16th at 7 o'clock. It'll be from here. It's going to be sweet. They're going to do camp songs and some gospel hymn type stuff. Not sure if Grace is going to be involved in that, but it doesn't matter. Either way, you should check it out. Worship with us
online
Sundays, online, 10 a.m. You can also register to be in worship at 8:30, I believe. So if you want to do that, you can. You just got to register online.
And it is socially distanced. So you do know, we have everything distanced out. Everyone's wearing masks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we've got giveaways. We want to give some stuff away, but we need some names. Liz is going to...
she tried launching all of the raffle tickets.
And they just went up in a cloud over her head and fell down.
Fell back down on her.
That didn't quite work. So we'll just have to... once again. All right. So are we supposed to pick from these, or these are winners?
That's a lot of winners, bro.
All right. Well, you pick one out of yours, and I'll try not to fall down. Oh, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't read that.
I saw what that one was.
All right, You want to go ahead and announce that winner?
I'll do the online winner real quick.
Okay,
hey, Tyler,
I need those.
Congratulations. You get 6 donuts.
All right.
So,
well, I'm going to just do what I did last week and throw these up there, and then hopefully catch one.
Who is it?
It's Grace.
Hey!
Give it up for Grace. She's our winner. All right.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Well, hey, we'll be back next week. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, all that cheesy stuff. And middle school, back here.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Next week, but we'll see you tomorrow.
If you're
first.
here.
Yeah. You better be here. All right.
Yeah.
Peace out. I'm Joe.
Peace. And I'm John.